Huge news, big announcements, big things happening here in the United States.
Yes. Oh my gosh. William Est and Pon Puin are coming here, and I'm so excited. I love William Est so much. And they're coming to New York. Both pairs are coming to New York and LA, which is going to be phenomenal. They're like following when Lycan is coming to both places. So, yay!
They
I can't
are,
wait.
and you can't forget to mention that's the cast for Me and T, which I announced
Yes.
this week was like my favorite series, and then I put William and Est as a favorite pair. So I guess that means I have to go, doesn't it?
I mean, it sounds like you might have to go. You might have to go to all four in both cities.
I'm no flying to New York. No, not this time.
Oh man, you don't want to fly across the country? Why not? It's so easy.
I mean, I did last summer,
You
heart
did.
pillars, but
You
yeah.
did. All right. So the first lovely bit of tea that I really enjoyed, which was hilarious to me, was so Babe from Billy and Babe. They're at Idol Factory. I'm sure people know them. He was just Babe was just having a good old time on his lives and his videos, and he was talking about there was some fan that he was joking about how people ship him and his female co-star that was with him that day. And he was joking and he was like, how gay do I have to be to satisfy people? And I'm not paraphrasing. He said those exact words.
Oh
And I just
man.
loved it. I thought it was so funny. He was being so bold. The other thing he said that day, later on he went live. I don't know if he was gaming or if he was just on his computer, but this was really funny. So he said basically, I thought I was a uke, right? And if people don't know, Semenyuk is kind of like the words for top, bottom, or more forward, less forward, however you want to describe that. But he was essentially like, I thought I was a uke. I was pretty sure I was a uke. Like I'm doing pretty well. And then I met New, and then yeah. they went to they were at Chiang Mai together when they were all traveling for New Year's, and I was just like, babe, what are you saying? You are being so bold and crazy. It was so funny. I loved it so much.
No, yeah, he's quite bold. He's on a mission to block all the haters.
Yes. Yes.
Absolutely. Uh,
So we have one person who likes Wataru's deep voice, but otherwise it seems bland and follows the same old routine. So we have one person who didn't really like it, and then we have DeLorean who really liked it. So see, I love this. I love when things just affect people totally differently. Like there are
right.
series that I love that some people hate and vice versa. And I just think it's such a cool aspect of art and series and things in general because like it just depends on who you are, what you like, where you are in life. Like there's so many factors to what grabs you in that moment, and I just love that.
Absolutely. And for me, that's one of my classic tropes that I really enjoy. Um, the childhood friends to lovers story, especially if it's well acted and the characters are unique. Even if the story is similar, there's different aspects that make it unique at the end of the day. And I,
Mm-hmm.
I thought there were some for this one.
I really liked it, and I really, really hope that they come out with English subtitles because it's
Mhm.
so for anyone who doesn't know, the premise is these two older gentlemen, they're in their 50s. I mean, they haven't really specified, but they're basically in their 50s. They've been together for
Mhm.
7 years. It's about that whole concept of like that because it's like the 7-year curse when you're in a relationship, and one of them goes to a like a fortune teller, and the fortune teller is like, you guys are gonna break up, and so he freaks out, and then but then there's like all these other layers that they deal
Mhm.
with, and it was just very real. Like there was a moment when I cried because, and it was episode 1, just because it was so moving. Like I felt like it was real things that happen to people when they get older,
Mhm.
and they're like, how, where did the spark go? We're so used to each other now. Like, do we even care about each other? Like, what's going on? You lose the little things. I just like old people love. I know it sounds weird, but it's cute. It's like, it's nice to see older people in love and dealing with things too. I mean, it might not resonate for everybody, But I don't know. I enjoyed it. I hope that it gets English subtitles because I think it's super different from what we've seen before.
So the next one that ended is The Love Never Sets. I watched all of it. It is worth a single watch. Even through to the end, I think it's worth a single watch. It's not a replayable series, unless you are the person, and there are people out there like this, but you are the person who just revels in toxicity and makes, I think maybe people feel better about their own world when somebody else's world is so atrocious. That fits this pretty well. Okay, so the next one is Head to Head. It's from Thailand. Yes. I thought it was a really fun, sweet show, and seeing Keen's acting just, and I know their last show in Muthi Love and this one, they were super close together, and how they elevated their acting between the two is like beyond me, but I feel like there was a little bit of like an elevation just from that short leap even.
They just got me with the emotions. I loved it. And I loved Surf and Java also. They were so cute.
Oh man, those two, something else.
Reloved is on iQIYI. Oh, I feel like not a lot of people know about it, but it's just so good. The storytelling, I love. So the premise is that these two guys, they were together and then something happened and then, they break up and then they meet again as adults. But what's really cool for me is that one of them is taking care of his sister's child, if I'm not incorrect. And then one of them has a son. And so it's one of those stories where they meet again and they like have children essentially in one way or another. And I feel like we see this plot a lot with like men and women in shows, but never with men. And I was like, this is happening with men. This is so cool.
Well, you just like, I don't know, he's kind of driving me crazy. He's making assumptions, and I get it to a point with he thinks his partner's a chronic liar, I suppose. Like, who knows? I mean, maybe his partner's thrown the shade over all of us, and we're all just like in the dark about this person, and he is promiscuous fool. I think he might just be low on boundaries. He reminds me a little bit of the character in Head to Head.
Okay. I'm waiting for the crushing moment when Ken realizes he's been wrong this whole time. Like that as an actor to me is gonna be like so glorious. It's gonna remind me of if anyone watched my stand-in, the moment when Up's character realized that he was actually in love with Poom's character the entire time and remembered all of the stuff he did to him, and he like sobs as he's like that whole sequence. I sob every time. Like it's so powerful, and I just.
So you're saying you've watched my stand-in more than one time?
So many times. It's so good. Okay. Like, are there things in life that you could never forgive? Like, that's it. We're done. Even if you crawl on your knees, we're not having it.
So I don't like coming home to people judging me every day. That's it. We're done. I'm out. And I think that would go for anybody. I don't know. And it's build up though, right? That's not a like you judged me once, you're out. It's like you've judged me every day for the last year, you're out kind of situation.
I feel like for me, the main thing that I was thinking of was like cheating. I mean, I've never been cheated on, but just like thinking about it, I'm like, I know that obviously there are people who forgive and obviously there are some people who can change, but if you're gonna change, you have to work really hard at it, and most people are not willing to put in the work. So for me, I'm like pretty sure like I'm not gonna give you another chance. Like, leave. Emotional cheating, physical cheating, whatever it is, I would not. I would be able to forgive that.